It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police have been forced to taser a man after he lashed out at them during a traffic stop at Boolaroo early this morning. The 20-year-old had just been pulled over on Main Road when he allegedly bit one of the two male officers and spat at both of them. He was eventually restrained and later charged with several offences including assault, resisting arrest and goods in custody. He's also wanted on 4 outstanding warrants. Central Hunter Police are appealing for help to locate a man who's been missing for several months. Danny C. hasn't made contact with his family since January and there are concerns for his welfare. Sonia Roberts from Police Headquarters says it's been difficult finding the 43-year-old as he has no fixed address.
Although he is known to frequent Maitland, Cessnock, Singleton and Muswellbrook, he's described as being of Caucasian appearance, 165 to 175 centimetres tall, a slim build with brown hair, brown eyes and has a large scar along the right side of his head. Anyone with any information on Mr C's whereabouts should contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
A driver's allegedly been clocked doing 200 kilometres per hour during a police chase north of Port Stephens. The pursuit started at Bulahdelah yesterday afternoon and ended 44 kilometres later at Karua after police deployed road spikes. It's claimed the 25-year-old from Cessnock had earlier fraudulently obtained 2 tyres from a shop at Maxville before assaulting the owner. He's due to front Raymond Terrace Court today on 12 charges. East Seaham Road will be revamped over coming years, improving safety for users accessing Clarencetown and surrounding areas. The road will undergo contouring from September, with road sealing for the gravel stretch on the agenda for future financial years until the $1.4 million project is completed. Port Stephens Mayor Bruce McKenzie says the road is currently dangerous.
It's the main road sort of between Clarencetown and Raymond Terrace, and hopefully 2016, possibly 2016-17 financial year we can do and complete the other 2 kilometres.
It's part of almost $5 million worth of road upgrades to rural roads in Port Stephens. New figures show the Hunters public hospitals are failing to meet benchmarks for emergency room waiting times. Across the state, 75% of emergency patients are being seen within 4 hours, but it's just 64% at the John Hunter and 71% at the Calvary Mater. However, the Bureau of Health Information says it's not surprising, considering our biggest hospital has seen a 5% increase in patients. Singleton Council is continuing to improve their town centre revitalisation project by listening to the local community and agreeing to increase the number of suggested car parks by 13. Council also intends to create a motorcycle parking area on the north side of William Street and to also increase curbside space. Council's Director of Planning and Sustainable Environment, Mark Eileen, says the project will also make the footpaths safer.
One of the benefits in doing this work is that we've also been able to flatten the footpaths out. So from an accessibility point of view, it means that people are able to move from one side of the street to the other and along the footpaths in a much better way than they did previously.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
Knights coach Rick Stone is choosing to focus on an all-round internal skills before taking on the Canberra Raiders on Saturday. The team saw improvements in their set completion rate and a reduced error count against New Zealand last week, despite failing to secure the win. Stone says he hopes to see the foundation work continue into round 13 against a strong Canberra side.
You know, they've got a lot of big forwards in the pack and, you know, they roll through the middle pretty well and, you know, get their meters up. No team's any different for us at the moment, mate. We just got to get closer to be playing our best, and that's on both sides of the footy, both in attack and defence.
Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union saw an impressive debut from Scottish import Ross Aitken for Nelson Bay. Despite losing to Merriweather, he played a strong inside centre, keeping the opponent's attack straight and scoring a try. He will play as 5/8 in the next round against Waratah. And Macquarie hooker Chris Hyde is determined to push past a burst blood vessel in his throat, received on Saturday to debut for the Newcastle Rebels on June 13th. The 2014 Newcastle Rugby League Player of the Year will sit out his next game against Maitland, but is adamant he will make the Rebels game against Canberra. That's sport. I'm Iona McNabb.
To a new RFM News Time 26 to 9.